Riverside, California. A history wrapped in mystery. Riverside is more than just a city, it is a name that echoes with stories along the Santa Ana River, where Southern California's past hides in plain sight. As the county seat of Riverside County, and the most populous city of the Inland Empire, Riverside today seems modern and familiar. Yet beneath its bustling streets lies a layered history, one that has shaped not only California, but the identity of an entire region. Long before Riverside's official founding, the land carried the footsteps of the Cahuilla and Serrano people. Their traditions and way of life lingered here, whispering through the canyons and riverbanks. When the Californios arrived, men like Bernardo Yorba and Juan Bandini, the land was transformed into vast ranches. But this was only the beginning of Riverside's unfolding tale. In the 1860s, the California Silk Center Association sought to bring sericulture, silk farming, to the region. Its failure seemed like the end of an experiment, yet from its ashes came something far greater. John W. North, a determined abolitionist and temperance advocate, envisioned a new colony here. In 1870, he spread word across the nation, calling pioneers to join him in building a community bound by ideals of reform and progress. His influence gave Riverside a character unlike any other, staunch, idealistic, and ambitious. Investors soon arrived from faraway England and Canada, carrying with them traditions of leisure and culture. It was here in Riverside that Southern California saw its first golf course and polo field, symbols of refinement planted in an otherwise rugged frontier. But Riverside's greatest transformation came not from silk or sport, but from a single tree. In 1871, Eliza Tibbets planted the first orange trees in the city. 3 years later, she received 3 rare Brazilian navel orange trees from William Saunders of the U.S. Department of Agriculture. While they failed in Florida's climate, here in Riverside under California's sun they flourished. From these trees grew a citrus empire, an empire that not only defined Riverside's destiny, but forever altered the course of California's agricultural history. Riverside, California's history is one of failed dreams giving birth to enduring legacies, of forgotten experiments blossoming into fortunes. The story of Riverside reminds us that sometimes, the greatest mysteries lie not in the silence of the past, but in the way it still breathes within the present. The story of Riverside's orange trees holds an almost mythical quality. The 3 Brazilian navel orange trees that Eliza Tibbets received were planted on the Tibbets property. But fate intervened. One was trampled by a cow within its first year. The 2 surviving trees were moved to Sam McCoy's land, where they could receive better care than Eliza's husband L.C. Tibbets could provide. Even then their journey was not over. In 1903, one of the surviving trees was transplanted to the mission and property in a ceremonial act led by none other than President Theodore Roosevelt. That tree lived nearly 2 decades before it perished in 1922. The last remaining tree, however, found its home at the intersection of Magnolia and Arlington Avenues, where a stone marker honors Eliza Tibbets. Astonishingly, that tree still stands today, enclosed in a protective fence at one of Riverside's busiest intersections, an enduring relic of a forgotten age. From those roots an empire grew. The Brazilian navel oranges thrived in Southern California's climate, spreading across orchards like wildfire. Farmers eagerly grafted cuttings onto new rootstock, and by 1882 California boasted over 500,000 citrus trees. Nearly half of them grew in Riverside, transforming the city into the epicenter of a new kind of gold rush, the citrus rush. This boom reshaped the land and the economy. Refrigerated railroad cars carried the prized fruit across the nation, while innovative irrigation systems pushed the boundaries of what agriculture could achieve. By 1895, Riverside was hailed as the richest city in the United States by income per capita, a dazzling title born not from mines or oil, but from the sweet scent of oranges. The legacy of this rise still lingers today. The California Citrus State Historic Park and the restored packing houses of Riverside's Marketplace District preserve the story of how a single tree, saved from disaster, helped turn a small settlement into a city of wealth and influence. Riverside, California's history is not simply a tale of agriculture. It is a reminder that even the most fragile beginnings can yield the most powerful legacies. One tree survived the trampling of time, and with it, an empire was born. If you want to uncover more of the mysteries that shaped our world, subscribe to History Love. This is your go-to YouTube channel for exploring the fascinating stories of the past, where forgotten legends, hidden origins, and powerful histories come to life.